Good evening and welcome to the World Championship Series Brazilian Grand Prix in Interlagos. Possible to be the last race of the season. We will be voting about Abu Dhabi later this week. Are we going to drive in it? In the lobby currently we have 12 drivers, which is good amount compared to the point of the season where we are last week having only 10 drivers, this week 12. So going upwards now, and anyway, we are closing the end of the season. Standings are looking like this after 19 rounds. Jokke is leading the championship by 42 points, so it means that for Jokke needs to outscore Womble by at least Womble needs to outscore Jokke by at least 16 points, otherwise the championship is over and Jokke will be crowned as a world champion for the first time and as fourth Finn or third Finnish people, third Finnish guy win a championship at fourth time than Finnish guy wins the championship. So it's looking very good. And then in the constructors side, Haas is far behind. They have no chance to take the championship by one driver. If Womble and Jokke are the two drivers in the teams, there's no chance for Haas to catch up. So I expect Alfa Romeo will win the constructors, but Jokke will take the crowd in the drivers. The weather forecast is looking very good. That timer there at the top is incorrect. Don't care about it. But the Brazilian Grand Prix will be having quite a good weather. And I think I need to call that let's go because nobody is responding. Even though the stream has begun, also there's no viewers in the stream anyway, so. Team said will be joining us a bit late. So in the race we will be having 13 drivers, which is a very good amount to this stage of the season. But yeah, shortly we go in Interlagos, very tricky track, and there's a lot of up and downs. So someone accidentally spectating, it's PMP Mac who is accidentally spectating. Hopefully he realizes in time. Well, PMP Mac is not realizing he's spectating accidentally, so he has to join the commentary box if the accident happens. The accident happened. PMP Mac will be spectating today, so it means he won't be able to drive, and we'll be having 12 drivers for the race. So, unfortunate misclick for PMP Mac. He is out of the race before it even started, so not a great way to start maybe end the season. Yes, PMP Mac can confirm he's not in the driver list. He's in the spectator ones. So I will need to ask him to join the commentary box. Sippala was coming and we missed him, so he will also miss the qualifying here. He didn't tell us early enough, and well, shortly we go. We are ready on the track side of Interlagos to start the qualifying of Season 7. Possibly the last race of the season with 11 drivers because PMP Max unfortunate misclick. So there will be only 12 drivers in the race. First drivers going off to the track. This time we didn't have to wait for 1 minute, complete 1 minute before they started to go on the track. The first driver is Zeroy going to the track. So like I said, there should be light cloud conditions in the both sessions. PMP Mac, you cannot cancel. You will miss the qualifying anyway. But no, I don't think that you can swap between even in the race. Don't think. You should come on a different account. That's the only way you can go around it. Join with another another username or another account, so... But I can no longer invite, so that's an issue. I haven't invited the second account, and I cannot invite anymore, so... Hopefully we can get Sippala and PMP Mac to the race. Tem said is 100% sure he will join. So we are expecting 30, but hoping 40 drivers if PMP Mac can go around to spectator mode. Zero is on the lap, and a very good sector at 16.8, nearly 16.9. Texting with Timpy Mac here how you could do it to go around, but Zero puts first lap on the board 1:8.6, and Flying Grass answers that with a very good lap actually. And it's a good lap. And now there's Ferrari round. It's Salesman, last race winner, who was slowing down for some reason. PMP Mac had a couple of more invites. Hopefully he can join as a racer. PMP Mac has joined again. Sippala just joined, so we'll be having, when team set joins, at least 13, but PMP Mac is a big question mark until we reach the start of the race, and there's someone gone at the Stompa. Salesman starting his new lap now, and then there's Conrad and Wabunoha, which Wabunoha goes over the line first. That was an outlap actually for both Williamses. But then there's Furley. No, it is not. It's Elpu. He goes fourth quickest. And then the first drivers who finished their laps are now pitting. So Furley is having a lap here. Ooh, that was a slippery back there. Very slippery actually. Yeah, he goes Furley, cross the line, stays 7th, so he was the slowest on the grid by the first lap times. And there's Swumble, who's slowing down on the mediums. Trying again. And now there's the Salesman, trying a new lap time, putting a purple in the sector 2, hopefully he can keep it going. The final corner is quite odd, you need to accelerate and turn at the same time, which is not good for the car. And cross the line goes Salesman, provisional pole, 8.3 at the moment. And then there's Wabunoha, who goes cross the line up to P9. And then there's Conrad, who is way down the other. Way down, 7.5. And now there's Flying Grass again leaving the pit lane. By the way, before I forget, I need to remind you guys that VCS will be having, or some guys, especially the spectators, might not know, but there's a link in the description to our VCS Mixcloud account. VCS will be having its own podcast named On the Grid next season, so if you are interested of listening, the podcast will be very interesting, to be honest. If you're interested even a little bit, go to the link below. It's the third link, if I remember correctly, down in the description. And then there's the Mixcloud link. You may need to install an application for it, I'm not sure. But while we are having our podcast, it would be very nice to have some listeners and not do it pretty much alone. And of course, if you like the podcasts once they come out, you can always share it for your friends or for the others. It doesn't mean you should be a VCS member. You can still understand what we say in there. We are also speaking about F1, real F1s. So we are not talking just about VCS. We are talking also about real F1 and the F1 game when it comes out. And the first podcast episode will be released July 11th, so one day after F1 2020 has been released. So we will be having one quest, and we will be talking about VCS teams and teammates, F1 2020 handling and how it feels, how the game feels, first experiment, and real life F1 when the season has started 1 week earlier before the podcast. So very interesting 40-45 minutes incoming, so make sure to follow if you're even a little bit interested, even a little bit. Or if you're not even interested, go down to the link and follow VCS in Mixcloud. But Flying Cross is about to finish his lap now. Let's see what he can do. He's 4 tenths behind on his first run. Now he's having his second run. Let's see where he can finish. All ERS in use. Nearly to the wall. Cross the line. Goes second fastest. And now we Conrad finally gets a good lap on the board. And he can start challenging others. But it's 0. He has an invalid lap time again. So now it must be Hoppe and Eola. Yes, it is. He's improving by 1/10, so it should not be enough. And he's boxing because he knows that he's not improving enough. So there's no point staying out when 1/10 doesn't separate anything. One place on an out lap, so pretty much Tompa was on a lap, but he was stuck in traffic and he has gotten invalidation. Now pretty much everyone has done their laps already, so now these drivers are just starting their next lap. With 9.5 minutes to go at the Interlagos. Flying Cross and Abu Noha have both finished their laps, or they've been V-Contrad actually. There's people leaving the pit lane, Hoppe and Eola leaving the garage. Furley is the first of the running McLarens. And when Furley gets a lap on the board, Elpu will follow. Smoothly through that big left-hander. Another left corner, and now just flat out 8 seconds is the delta. How can he do it? Can he do it? Close to the wall again as Schött cross the line, improves, goes 6th, but Elpu still has something to say and he overtakes his teammate and fairly drops to P7. Team said, I have already invited you 3 times and I can no longer. So if you haven't get any invites, then it's not my bad. I invited you 3 or even 4 times before the race started, so you should have invites in your PlayStation. If you don't, well then you can bully Sony about it. Is 0 trying to take slipstream from Hoppe and Eola? Because it's so close that could be an try. I can't invite again. I can't. That's the issue. If your invites don't work, you can blame Hoppe and Eola who is hosting the session. But Bunoha is on a lap, improving by 1/10. He's 1.7 off the pace. Womble only driver who has not got a lap on the board yet. 7 minutes to go. This must be salesman. No, it was just yellow flag. Teams that has joined, so we'll be having at least 13 drivers to the race. Hope PMP Mac can get to the lobby as a racer, and that way we could have 14 drivers, which would be extremely good amount of drivers at this stage of the season. Potentially the last race of the season. Womble goes second quickest. How are the tires? Everyone has set the best lap on the soft, so they clearly know that the soft is the best strategy. There's no excuse from it. Jokke again 7 tenths down in the qualifying, but absolutely dominating in the race. Of course, better to be better in the race than in the qualifying, because if you're quick in qualifying, it doesn't help you if you are slow in the race. P7 for Penela, 1 second off the pace. Conrad starting new lap again. Bunha is not on a lap, Tompa isn't on a lap, and Womble is not on a lap, so there's only V Conrad on a lap at the moment. He's currently P6. Down by nearly 2/10 in the first sector. So he really needs to do some job if he wants to improve his lap time here to remain off this current lap. Just under 6 minutes to go. In the qualifying it's getting overcast, so there might be a rain at the end of the session, or at the very end of the session. Hopefully we don't see rain in the race today. Jokke goes second fastest on the background, so only Salesman in front, and the Salesman has actually won 7.8 on the board, so that's a very good lap. Conrad's racing lines are not looking the best possible. Or then it's just my quick eye. Conrad taking the farthest line to the finish line, and he doesn't even improve, stays 6th. Tompa is improving here at the end of sector 2. The sector 3, which is pretty much a big straight, and the slowest, the driver in the sector 3 will be fastest. The fastest driver in sector 3 has automatically less wings, so here we can see who has the most less wings. Tompa across the line, stays 10th, 1.3 seconds off. Salesman starting and Zeroy also starting, so it's only Elpu starting. And Conrad is not on a lap now, so first driver will be Salesman. Will he improve? By a half a second? No, God, that's impossible. Losing by 2/10 and already having invalidated lap times, so not gonna help. Elpu cross the line for possible final laps. 4 minutes to go. These drivers have put themselves in the bad spot, because when you finish the lap you're already 2 minutes and you're very hurried to get back into the pit lane. Elpu's lost it. He's in the middle of the road, and that's gonna give him a penalty. That is gonna give him a penalty. He was in the middle of the road, and the driver with who he has collided is Elpu. Actually, Elpu got a 5-place grid penalty by the game already. So we will need to think about it, because he already has the 5-place grid penalty by the game. But there might be some more penalties coming afterwards. There was no penalties actually from the US Grand Prix, so nothing too dramatic. But that was a big hit. Let's see that again. Elpu also retiring in the background at the same time. So here's what happened. Coming to the first corner, as we can see, Conrad is quite far behind. Elpu tried to get away, but Conrad had the inside line, and just staying still right there would have been a better option. There goes Conrad, that's a big chunk. That's a T-bone. Womble starting, and now there's Conrad cutting the track. And we were talking about this by the stewards just last week, that can you cut the corners? Actually, you are losing time. If you have no front wing, that's a big question. Can you gain time? That's a way too big cut. Yeah, he gets reset. So we were just talking with the stewards before the race, like last week, that if you cut the track in Brazil, can you gain time because there's so much grass? And we will need to think about that one. Flying Grass goes 4th. Womble is on a lap. Salesman is no longer. He has invalidated lap time, so pretty much Salesman's qualifying is over. And it's all about Jokke and Womble. Jokke is waiting for the best possible cap, the best possible grip. Looks like there's no rain coming because the drivers are not hurrying to the track. Further retires from P7, so both McLarens are out over 1 second of the pace. That's a bad camera angle. Womble close to the wall. He goes nowhere. He improves by 50 milliseconds, but it's not gonna be enough. Hopenella starting on his next lap. Jumpa is on an out lap. Same for Salesman is actually saving battery. Jokke on an out lap, and Flying Cross has finished. Oh, this guy, Conrad is not gonna make it. Conrad is not gonna make it. Was Jumpa on an out lap or not? I don't remember, so we need to look at him till the end. He wasn't on our lap actually, so Salesman really slowing down when Jokke goes by, and Jokke starts his lap now. But there's also Womble. He's not improving. Salesman's retiring. There's Hopenella, so he will be next driver to go cross. Oh, too much wheel spin, and that's his qualifying over. Then comes Womble starting his next lap. Half a minute to go. His car is right in the middle of the road. Zeroy crossed the line starting his next lap. That was a quite dangerous car leaving there, and this guy is making donuts here dangerously in the middle of the road. Papunoha improves but doesn't go anywhere, so he stays 11th. There's this guy making some donuts while Womble's on a lap. Well, we might need to update the rulebook. We got still this night to upgrade the rulebook. There will be a new rulebook for the next season, so I highly recommend everyone to check it once the next season begins, or the website will be updated once this season is confirmed to end. But there will be a new rulebook. I recommend even the current drivers to read it completely, because there can be some minor tweaks to the rules, and you might go with the old rulebook and you will get a penalty. So I recommend to completely read it again, even though if you haven't raced for half a year in this league. Cross the line goes Womble just by Jokke, and Zeroy stays 4th. And Wabunoha is done for the night. So that's it for the qualifying. Let's see the replay. So here we can see the corner cutting by Conrad with 2.5 minutes to go. Still didn't make it. Was cutting a track a bit too much and got reset afterwards. But Jokke will be starting P3, and Womble needs to outscore Jokke by at least 16 points, so the task will be hard. And if Womble wins, Jokke needs top 4 position. If Womble is second, Jokke needs top 9 position. And if Womble is third, with a fastest lap, it is possible if Jokke retires or doesn't score any points. So Womble needs at least the top 3, mainly to win, but second or third place are just enough. But in Abu Dhabi it will be a very hard task to beat him again, so it's a very hard task to beat him. Wabunoha has entered the pit lane, but the game should automatically get him out. And we should be able to start the qualifying here very shortly. Yeah, Jokke P3 here at Interlagos for possible final race of the season. I keep saying that possibility, or possibly the final race, because we cannot confirm it. So Elpo drops to last place after the penalty. Let's see what will happen once the drivers will go. In a very short moment we will begin the Brazilian Grand Prix. And the race is about to begin here at Interlagos, with drivers setting to the grid. I'll be sure to check your options once the cars launch. Having to get something to drink for me before the lights go. The lights are not broken. They're going 5 red lights for the Brazilian Grand Prix. And we are underway here at Interlagos. Let's see what the drivers can do. Salesman defends Womble down the inside of Womble. Gets past, he spins! Womble spins, he's around! Womble's championship is starting to be over. He has spun in the start. Jokke has made it through. Does he have wing damage? If Jokke has damage, this gets interesting. Whoa, that was a start of a start. Jokke has no visible wing damage. Hopefully he doesn't have any then. 14 drivers in the start, and that was a destruction for Womble. Womble, I think he has wing damage. He got knocked in the front. So looks like if he has wing damage, his championship is over without any safety cars when Jokke is up in P5. What a start by Furley. He's up by 4 positions on the first lap. And this Brazilian Grand Prix has really turned the tables around. This really has turned the table. Salesman in flying grass after his real life injury. Up to P2, up to P2 now. Furley up to P3. Maybe the first podium. He had a podium in Russia, but it was called off by the stewards after penalties, and he was P5 in the final results. There's one driver pitting. It is Seroy and Womble, so they both really hope for the safety car here. They both have the wing change. So let's see what happens. These are the strategies, which are the most quickest here at Interlagos, but these drivers can't go with those right now. Jokke knows by finishing this race he is the champion. That's one sure thing. He should be a champion by just finishing the race. 34 laps to go. Hopefully we get these drivers to interview after the race. I really hope so. The graphic is a bit broken again for some reason. The driver cannot be 1 minute behind. There's a big glitch in the timings at the moment, so don't worry about it. The DRS gets enabled from this lap, so drivers can use it when they are within the 1 second of the car in front. So for example, Furley can use the DRS of flying grass. Let's see, can he do it? Let's see, can he do it? Not on this straight yet. Nope. And here's the race start. What happened in the start? Let's see it again. So Womble had a great start. Salesman defending the inside. They make a little contact, a little bit oversteer, and Chiroy just claps the back straight into Womble. And Womble had some damage. He had to replace his front wing, and then there was no visible damage for Jokke afterwards. Sipala has overtaken Elput here at the back. 33 laps to go in this race, so we just started. First lap with DRS behind. Salesman putting a quick laps on the board, and that's Wabunoha spinning around in the third sector. But Ferry is not close enough. He's cutting the track. He's desperately trying to get some time. But the cutting is actually slowing you down in Brazil. Sipala is close to Conrad. He's forcing Conrad off the track. And that's never a good sign. And now it's only between Furley and Flying Grass. Flying Grass said before the race that he doesn't feel very confident with his foot, so he's happy if he just crosses the line today. So let's see what happens. He's not in 100% performance going into this race. Let's see what they can do. Hapanella is also very close to Tompa, but not close as Fairley is. Fairley is out of ERS. Salesman fastest. This guy is like Lewis Hamilton, but he's not complaining about his tires. This guy is really a championship contender when we go in the F1 2020. I can already say it now. And there's a crash. It's Conrad in the wall. He should be a virtual safety car, at least a virtual safety car. It is not in this case. The game doesn't call anything. It's green flag. No danger, no virtual safety cars or whatsoever. Now Fairley is close. If he can keep that distance, he should be able to overtake. He has enough battery for the overtake usement. In the next game, the overtaking is more powerful and more ERS deployment using, so it depletes the battery more quicker than in this year's game, but also the power output is more higher, so you get like 20 horsepower easily by the overtake compared to the drivers who are using the normal ERS mixture. I'm not sure can you even go non-mixture in next game. I don't think. There's medium, then there's hot lap and overtake. I don't think you can go even for the non-fuel mixture or even non-ERS deployment mode, because if the game doesn't do it automatically, how can you do it by yourself when there's no manual ERS in the next game? Elpo is very close to a team set. Team set had his quality ban suffered by coming to the race. He started last place, so that's why his penalty was suffered. This is a small train. Elpo first driver to get a penalty, 3 seconds. For multiple warnings. Fairly can't keep it with flying grass, so flying grass is quite quick actually here. Of course, gap to salesman is already 5 seconds, nearly 6. And Hapanella has made a move in the background against Tompa. Oh, that's an easy 3 seconds for Fairley. But this time he is out of ERS. This time he was close enough, but he was out of ERS. Oh no. Switcheroo doesn't work. And Jokka sees his opportunity. If Jokka can get past both of these guys, I can say 100% sure if he doesn't make a mistake, he's a champion. Of course, I have said 100% surely that he's a champion already 2 weeks ago, but it's going to be 110% pretty soon. Womble is still last. He's trying on those hard compound tires to go as far as he can, then take the softs at the end and try to do something, but the hard tire is terrible in the brachial, so not gonna help much. Again, Fairley is close enough, but is out of ERS, so that is not gonna help that much. Does Fairley go down the inside? No, he can't go. Flying grass legally closes the door. Again, Fairley is close, but look at the battery, under 10%. It's going to split your amount of ERS you're deploying, even though you're in the overtake mode, but the added power is going to be split in under 10% of battery. Jokka can see his opportunity. Like I said, if he can get past of these two, he's having a high chance of having a podium in this race. And yeah, at any results, if Jokka gets a podium, he's a champion. So Womble can't do anything if he receives the podium position. And by the way, every single race in which Jokka has finished, he has been in top 4. He has only one retirement from Monaco Grand Prix when he was intentionally taken out by Iver Tissamt. But if he had finished on that position in which he was, in every single race he finished, he would be in top 4. Every single race this season, top 4. And that's a very good result. And that would have been B3. So, if you can finish top 4 every single race, I mathematically made a math that if Womble's points were standing, but we were counting only P4s for Jokke, he would be only 20 points behind. So, only 20 points behind, only P4s after race after race after race, and keeping the Womble stats. Oh, that's a... Hopefully got that. I'm not very good at saying, trying to explain these kind of things in English, but hopefully you got it. Now Fairley is extremely close, but he's out of ERS again. He's deploying, he's using a hot lap overtake, he's using hot lap ERS deployment mode. He's cutting the track, and now he has lost half a second. Like snap. And now Jokke sees his opportunity. His time has come. He has more ERS. They both have overtake, but less ERS deployment. That's the difference. Also Jokke cutting a track by just a bit, but not too much. Now Jokke is so close. He's gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. PMP Mac, he's actually driving. He's driving around the outside of Hoppe and Neula on the hards. And that's a little shame that the driver from Ireland overtakes you on the hards when you are out on the softs. That must be a bit embarrassing. Of course the tires can do a little tweak with old tires out there, but these tires should take 17 or even 18 laps, so should not be a problem in Brazil. Sipala was sliding badly, so as we can see the tire grip is starting to be gone slowly. Jokke is again very close when Fairley is getting pressured by behind. If the gap goes over 1 second, Fairley has no longer wing, and that's game over. Jokke around the outside, nearly touching the grass. Witcheroo down the inside, next going again down the inside. Fairley another 3 seconds, so he has 6 in total now. Oh, look at that exit speed Jokke got. There's no chance Fairley can defend this, and Jokke gets up to P3. Late braking, down the inside. Oh, they touch actually. They do touch. They did touch. But Jokke is in front. Jokke is now in front up to P3, and now there's 1 second to flying grass. Team says 3 seconds as background. Jokke is much faster than flying grass, who is not even in 100% going into this race. He is close enough to have DRS. Let's check the tires at this point. Every other driver on the softs apart PMP Mac and Womble on hards and Zeroy on the mediums. So let's see how long these drivers can go. Womble is losing time for the car in front, so he's not even catching Zeroy. So he's dropping more and more behind lap by lap. So, and Womble's losing here laps. 1/3 of the race gone. And Womble is last place, stuck in there, not gaining any time. He's one of the slowest drivers on the track. So, Womble has kind of no can do situation here. If he makes a little push, crashes in the wall, that's automatic championship for Jokke. Tampa has pitted, so the pit window might be open. Now Jokke has a chance, little bit backsliding there, but that's okay. Should not be too far behind. They are not pitting this lap. Flying Grass has no wing. Jokke has one. Trying to go around the outside but can't. Making a switcheroo, forcing the opponent to take a bad line. Then full throttle exit. Can he do it? First driver's pitting on the background. As you can see, we lose 23 seconds if you go into pit lane in normal conditions. But Jokke, in normal conditions, goes around the outside of flying grass. Oh, staying in there. Around the outside of flying grass, and that's a beauty. That's a beautiful overtake by Jokke. One of the bests of this season. And that was move of all moves of this Brazilian Grand Prix to this point. Womble taking 3 seconds, so he's really pushing in P12. Of course, people pitting, so that's why he's gained some positions up. But now these drivers are on the hards and they are going till the end. So fairly pitting this lap, maybe for the hards. Let's see how the stop goes. That's a good stop. He takes the mediums. Fluid elbow double stacking. McLaren double stacking. Also taking the mediums. So Williams double stacking. That's interesting. Conrad first. And then there's the double stack. Vabunoha getting served. So Jokke is now 12 seconds nearly off the pace. Oh, what an angle that was. Was a beauty. Salesman in the pits. Vabunoha was nearly lapped. He just exited the pit lane, so nearly first lapping. Another soft set. Oh, well. No, mediums on. Jokke into the pits and professional lead for flying grass here in this race. Also mediums for Jokke. Going till the end, PFP Mac up to P4 on those hards on which he started. So if there's a safety car, this man is a very powerful. He can be fought after all the pit stops and safety cars. That was a big mistake by him. Jokke rejoining. Yeah, easily in front. And if he's going till the end, this race should be safe. Womble still needs to pit one more time and he's P10, so he needs a safety car. Oh, there's crash! PMP Mac has crashed out! And we have a virtual safety car being called out. At this stage of the race, there was a huge incident between Sippala and PMP Mac. I can see a very minor touch. And then I can see PMP Mac going straight in the wall. Unfortunately, we can't have a replay from that because I had the previous replay on the background. Let's see that. Jokke's beauty here. This was overtake of all overtakes. Look at this beauty. Around the outside, staying in there. Bit off the track limits. But that was a fair move. Conrad, 3 seconds corner cutting. That is not our fault. Virtual safety car is cleared, so we are again good to go. Flying cross into the pits. Our first retirement, so we'll be having now 13 drivers from this onwards. Flying Cross exiting the pits in second place. Of course, he pitted under virtual safety car conditions. As we can see, you lose only 14 seconds. That is 9 seconds less than having a normal pit stop, and the gap is 4 seconds. So by amazing strategy, Flying Cross managed to have a 4-second lead, Jokke, and he's currently 20 laps to go. On the medium, should go till the end. He is currently taking a podium position. That would be his 4th podium of the season. And when he's not even in 100%, this guy, I don't know. I don't know how to say him. He's a Jesus, we gotta say. Well, I think I'm gonna give myself a little drink here. I got the whole bottle, 1.5 liter bottle of lemonade in front of me. So I can have a drink. I don't need to run between the kitchen and my own room. I can just pour down from a bottle. Learning these life hacks. Like 1 round before the end of the season, then I need to wait 5 weeks, but I can invent some new life hacks before the next season. Oh, there's elbow in the wall. Well, he needs to rejoin safely. Does he do that? Yes, he did that. Oh, there's Conrad down to inside and they touch. They touch by a bit. Elbo's race is gone. Hopefully he doesn't crash out, because that will call out a safety car. And we don't want to have this kind of safety cars where people go in the wall intentionally. Salesman putting on a fastest lap, 110.7. Well, hopefully we got some replay footage from that. We should have got something. Let's see. Yep, we got some. There he goes, very heavily in the wall. Trying to get back out of the track, can't do it. There come Hopeanella and Conrad. And then Hopeanella doesn't realize that Conrad's still there. They make a little contact, but not that badly. And now Conrad is having a chance. Down the inside on the soft compound of tires. Battling hard. Side by side, but Hopeanella comes out bigger and stays in front. Furley is very close to Sippala. Furley should be close enough. This time he's not out of ERS. But can he do it? Sippala's lagging a little bit. A lot, actually. Not sure how that move was done. But it is done. And Furley's up to P4. Right in this tail is Sippala. Sippala has the DRS. And Sippala comes out in front, P4. Hopeanella on the background, closing to Conrad. But Furley is closer, trying to go down the inside, but not a good decision there. 17 laps to go in Braidfield, just past the midway mark. Looks like there is no rain coming. It's getting clear, as we can see. So no rain inbound. Now Furley is too far away. And Furley, DRS open. Is he close enough? Yes, but no ERS. So, well, the ERS is a little problem for Furley here. He's all the time out of ERS, so it's not gonna help much. Trying to go past. Furley has complained that he has not enough TV time. And now he's getting it all in the one stream. Of course, now he has a reason to be in YouTube. Salesman, fastest. This man's on fire. Well, it's Sippala or Salesman who is the driver of the day. By these results. But we cannot be sure. Now Furley is close enough. Lagging badly. Looks like the position's done. Yes, the overtake's done, and now Furley is up to P4. But Sippala can answer. And he will answer when Furley is out of ERS. And back to P4. Pimpy Mac has joined again. He has not messaged me, so if he messages me, I need to go to the commentary box, Discord. This is pretty much the only on-track battle we are having at the moment. But it's better than having just nothing. And Zippala is lagging so bad that he should fix his internet. What can Fairly do? He's close, but he will be out of ERS going for the next race, remember? Now Zippala attacking with half full battery. Fairly made a mistake. But looks like this time Fairly managed to keep his position. For the first time like 10 laps. Oh no, 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 no. He was completely forced off there. Jokke is also slowly catching up to Flying Cross, not quite yet. But in 1 or even 2 laps time he can do it. How close is Jokke? Very close to take second place. Womble must be crying at Wales at the moment. He's 8. 1 more stop maybe to go. Jokke is going to be second. And if Jokke was even on the podium, that's it. And he's currently going for second place. And Salesman even has a chance. If he can increase the gap to over 25 seconds, he should be safe to pit for the soft and smash the fastest lap. And that would be easily a fastest lap when you can make 1 more stop and still win the race. That's the easy driver of the day. Zero is doing exactly what I said. Taking it the soft, trying to smash. Smash the fastest lap, or shall we use Counter-Steiner accent at smash my door? How is it said? Smash my fastest lap. But Zippala is now losing some touch to Fairly. They were actually on the hard tires both, so that's why it's looking very slippery. But Jokke is closing, closing and closing and closing all the time. They are both on the mediums. So for the new drivers, why Flying Cross is in front? There was a virtual safety car and Flying Cross boxed under it. And he managed to jump Jokke by 4 seconds, actually 5 when we compare to before and after virtual safety cars. But Jokke boxed in normal conditions. And Flying Cross boxed under virtual safety car, and he gained like 5 seconds. And that's why he's in front. One of the best strategy calls by Flying Cross this season. But now he's within 1 second, so Flying Cross needs to hit up the sauna. The game audio should hear. If they are lagging, I cannot do anything, but they should hear. You could hear them. You should, I mean. If they are lagging, I cannot do anything about it. Because I'm getting the audio from the rips or capture card, so... If really needed, I can connect my... wireless, whatever it's called. But... I don't recommend that one for myself, because my internet would be used in so many different locations that my internet would be gone completely after that. I can check the stream on my phone. I will mute myself for a second so I can hear. Are there any game audios in the background? Because if I have, then at least lagging, and you don't have at all, then I have no idea what's going on. But I will check it 1 second. Well, if I can hear them, they are very low there on the background, so I will increase it a bit, by just a bit. And if you still can't hear them, then I have no idea what's going on. But now Jokke is very close to Flying Cross. Flying Cross goes defensive. Sippala getting penalties. Salesman is only 5 seconds away from the window that he can pit for soft tires at the end. Let's see what they can do. 10 laps to go. And now Jokke is so close that if the overtake is not done now, he's losing much more time. Here goes. Down the inside, should go. Goes. Like expected, that's close to be a contact. There's a very minor touch. But it's not a big deal. And now Jokke around the outside having much more pace. With the DRS, easily flying past. It's defensive, but that's overtake done. Ooh, that's close to be a big contact. And I think that's overtake done. Yes, it is. Jokke up to P2. And Flying Cross dropping to P3. Let's see what our replay had to say. From lap 21, so 6 laps ago, this was captured. So it was between Furley and Sippala. I think, yeah, it is the re-overtake by Sippala. So Jokke is now pulling away from Flying Cross, but the gap to front is increasing, so maybe the most saddest thing in F1, you are slower than the car in front, but faster than the car behind, so you will lose. The gap to both ways will increase. Of course, there's a lot of breathing space, but I would rather do fight with someone. Sippala is up by even 8 positions, but Salesman has dominated the track, so at the moment Salesman would be driver today, specifically if he can make a stop and still win a race. Oh, there's a big chunk by Tompa, I didn't see that completely. And that Williams car is getting lapped. Yes, he's getting lapped. Oh, these guys. That's Williams, should let him go. Even though he is ghosting, he should let him go. Well, that should be ignoring blue flag very shortly. It's actually Salesman who is getting blocked by this man. So first blue flag condition coming up today. Conrad is not giving the position even though the blue flags are waving, so he should get an ignoring blue flag. If he doesn't, we admins might need to give it. In real life, the rule is the 3 marshal posts. He has done the whole lap in front now. There are like 40 posts. And finally, the position stays and he's been lapped. Well, team set is close to Sippala. This is for 5th position. 6 laps to go in this Brazilian Grand Prix. Maybe the last race of the season. Trying around the outside, but can't do it, forcing opponent bad position. And now pulling all in for this last straight before the SS, pretty much. And then back to main straight around the outside. Trying to go past. They are side by side here. They just about make it. Oh, there's contact. A little bit. But that's not a big deal. And Womble is following his teammate. Salesman gets 3 seconds. But he will still be driver of the day by these stands. He was so dominant. The 3 seconds is nothing. Womble is trying to get some points, but it looks like Jokke is going to be quite safe in P2. Of course, Womble done a great work climbing back up. But it is not enough. Womble dropping back a bit. For a Womble P5 in this situation is not enough. Oh, there's big contact. There's big contact between Team Set and Sippala. I'm surprised if Team Set has no wing damage. But I'm even more surprised that we have only 1 retirement out of 14 drivers. They got still 13 drivers running. Williamses are battling here. They are both being lapped. Both Williamses have been lapped. So as a director, I'm not interested of that one. And Womble gets by, Team Set. He's working his way up to P5. Well, now it's starting to be a hard decision. Which one's better? Womble's comeback or Salesman's domination? I think we need to ask you, viewers, if Womble can finish P5, which one is driver of the day? From last place, after spinning and crashing out, being half a lap down, climbing up to P5, or Salesman domination? 20 seconds up the whole race. Which one is more impressive? Womble's drive has been amazing today. Half a lap down at the start, the first corner, already half a lap down. And now he has managed to climb his way up to P5, even though it's not gonna pay a championship. But it is gonna pay him a good race. We need to take care that Womble has not raced single races on this track, I guess. At least the end season tracks are very, very weak for Womble, so this is very good, very strong performance. Based on that, what he said last week in Kota. Someone gone, it's Fluid Elpo again. Again smashing his front wing. And Womble gets up to P5. Yes, Sippala taking very wide line. And Womble is up to P5. Now there's 8 seconds in front. Flying Cross is closing to Jokke. This man was just expecting to finish a race. Just hoping to finish the race. And he's getting instant podium. This is getting nuts. Look how close he is. If he can beat Drivers' Champion at Rachel. Oh god. This can't be happening. This can't be happening here. Of course, Jokke would pay some respect if he gives P2 for Flying Cross. But I don't think so. Fluid Elp retiring manually from this race. I don't think that it can even cause a safety car so late of the race. There's only 2 laps to go, so I don't think the game can even deploy any safety cars anymore. So this is just the runway to the finish. Womble did not get a safety car he needed. That's why he's down, and now Zippalite again, the team said, Womble has made a mistake! And he has dropped the P7. His tires are 21 laps old. 32 laps. 32 laps old hearts. This guy is really struggling on those boots. And those mediums are 20 laps old. 1 lap more fresh tires for Flying Cross. That can be an advantage for these last 2 laps of possibly this season. Let's check the penalty side. Salesman has the 3 seconds. Jokke has nothing, 1 away from a penalty. Flying Cross has nothing, 2 away. So if Jokke takes a single penalty, Flying Cross will be second. And now Womble is again grinding his way up. He has made some kind of small mistake. Down the inside he goes, no fair at all. Jokke took it easy when he knows he just needs to finish, and that's it. But Womble has nothing to lose. Only negative side from a crash would be that he gets a penalty to Australian Grand Prix next season. So that would be not a good thing, because all penalties from Brazil or possibly Abu Dhabi will go to Australia. So all penalties you take from this day onwards will go to Australia. Last lap. Last opportunity for Flying Cross. He's really hoping that Jokke gets a penalty, and he manages to stay without. He would be P2, P2, and that would be an amazing result. Salesman really dominating the track, coming across the line, dominating the whole track. Womble is P5, so I think Womble needs to be the driver of the day, or let's check the final position. Salesman crossed the line with the fastest lap, 1:10.2 on 22 laps old tires. Whoa. That was impressive. Jokke crossed the line to be the World Drivers' Champion in VCS on season 7, and this man has won the championship by a mile, over 50 points. And that gap, that's a huge, one of the biggest gaps. The championship is won. Furley is P4, no podium for him, but his best result of the season, or matching his best result. Womble is P5 after all penalties. And Hopeaneola will be P9. And Jokke will be crowned as a World Drivers' Champion. And this one's in the books. Salesman winning by a mile, Jokke winning the championship by a mile, and Womble running his way back after the crash to P5. So it's Salesman or Womble the driver of the day. I will need to think about that. But I will send a message to PlayStation that there's an interview coming. If my message never goes. So, this one's in the box. Yeah, the champion is Sir. And the race has ended. Jokka and Flying Cross, only drivers without any penalties. Womble had 3 seconds, but I think he grinded his way back. Well, that's a hard decision, which one's driver of the day, or maybe drivers of the day. Needs to be announced. But there's an interview on Discord, make sure you join it. Once I get my Discord running. There's already one man in the commentary box, and it is Flying Cross. Let's wait for the others. But this season might be in the books. Depends on the vote. So there are the race results for you standing still. Let's hope that more people will join the interviews. There's Jokke.
Yes.
And Flying Cross might be looking at his microphone. Flying Cross might be looking at his microphone because he's not talking. But first off, congratulations, you are the Drivers' Champion of Season 7. We were waiting it for a long time and he just left the Discord. Woohoo! I'm trying to give him congrats and he's leaving the chat. Well, I will do that again. No one heard anything. I will do that again once he rejoins. But looks like Womble is coming. Jokke left the whole Discord. He shut down the whole system. So he should be rejoining. Yeah, he rejoined. He's back. But yeah, first off, congrats for being the Drivers' Champion of Season 7. Being the 4th Finn to win the championship, I guess.
Yep.
Third Finn, but 4th time. So, congrats. Next season trying to be 2-time world champion.
Yeah.
That will be tough, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
The next season the champion is really the best. He's really the best, because there will be so much quickest drivers from the earth that... Well...
That will be difficult.
Yeah. As difficult as not speaking roll English.
Yes.
Yes.
Hopefully we can get with there's still space for 2 drivers. And there's at least for Womble, I would like to have him here. At least. Well, I would like to have Womble here.
He rides good.
He left the DC. Well, I think we need to start without, and if he joins, he joins. So Yeah, okay, I already gave you some congrats, but how happy were you from 1 to 10 when you saw Womble around, his front wing is gone, and you managed to survive the scramble?
I was pretty happy about that.
Smile even
And-
higher as Ricardo's. Even higher.
Yeah.
So, leaked footage. Photoshop skills to use. But, yeah, you made a one stop, like everyone else apart C-Roy. Again, you had the plan for soft medium before the race.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was not a decision made during the race. Were you surprised that Flying Cross managed to undercut you under the VCS?
Yeah, I was pretty. Yes.
The VSC, I
I don't
mean,
know.
not VCS, VSC. But he gained like 5 seconds under the virtual safety car.
I was what the hell is happening here?
What's happening here? Yeah. I was wondering that salesman when he was pushing and pushing all the laps, how his knees not his tires, how they are not dead. And on the final lap, 22 laps old tires, and he makes a fastest lap. Like,
Yeah.
even I couldn't do it. How he can do it? Like, how much power you need to? How? I don't know. 110.2, and it's clearly the fastest. Not actually. Zero was very close, but it was the quickest easily because so old
Yeah.
tires. That it was
He
easily.
was OP.
Yeah, he was. 2 wins in a row from possibly 2 final races, so he's really strong going the next season.
Mm.
And well, and then Flying Cross,
Yeah.
P3. You were predicting just to finish the race, but you finished on the
Yeah.
podium.
Yeah, the first corner was amazing. One plus spin out, and I overtook Zero and Jokke, and I don't know what happened. And I have pretty good pace. I don't want to go to shit air, so I push it much I can. I don't know what. I don't have much speed, but I was pretty lucky when virtual safety car came out, and I was ahead Jokke, but I knew that that's not gonna keep me on second place, so I was trying on last laps catch Jokke, but it's impossible. He's too fast, and congratulations to Jokke.
Thank you.
Yeah, I take the third place. I don't know how I make it.
That's best of the rest pretty much. When not being 100%, it's a win. So
Yeah,
you can take it as a mental win, but well, next season will be a strong season. Hopefully.
yeah. I hope that, and I don't know which place I now finished on championship. I'm not sure, but I'm happy for this season, and I didn't race many races, but I take that.
If the season ends, you will be 4th.
Amazing.
You pass Tippala if the season ends. So
Thought.
yeah, when Gavin gets away. So
The fuck?
Jokke, Womble, Pihkanen, Flying Cross, Sippala, Nuuti, Tahvo, Furley, Berkai. Take all
How many races
viewers
do
take away
you-
those black boxes. They are not Flying Cross is excused here, but Leroy, Solomon Pike, Gavin, they won't be racing next season. So well,
How many races did you drive?
I'm not sure.
half maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if he doubled his points, he would be second, pretty much. So, well, you got a chance next season. Just don't make any stupid mistakes. But yeah,
Lose your leg.
don't lose your leg. That's a disaster. Or don't lose your head. That's maybe the main thing.
Yeah.
Without head, it's impossible to drive, but even with a broken leg, you can still drive.
Yeah.
And that's a
As
fact.
I do it, and I did it today, so
And maybe the preparation for the race was perfect. That's why you got a podium.
yeah.
You need to try that if the food is not okay before the next season in Australia. You need to try it.
My foot is shaking right now.
Okay, thanks. Well,
Oh, well.
but yeah, I think I'm gonna shut the stream and me and Jokke will head to the unranked, do some donuts, and you can see those. Oh, Womble joined. I'm not leaving yet. Womble's here. So
Don't leave yet.
I don't leave it. I don't leave it yet. But after this, we go to unranked with Jokke to do some donuts, and you can see them in the season summary. And we will need to make a vote, which should be very quick, because we need to know it tomorrow, are we going to race in Abu Dhabi or not, so I can upload the season summary, which is actually ready already.
Oh, come on.
So,
It'd be the last race in 2019, may as well.
yeah, but people, if they don't want to drive it, well,
Oh,
depends on it. It depends on it. The vote makes the vote is the thing which depends. But we will see. Actually, I don't miss it. I'm not going to Tampere next Sunday, so I will be spectating it if it is. But we will make the vote about it. Womble, tell us the start. What went wrong? You were side by side. You spun. You smashed your front wing, and it was a game over. You died. You're dead.
I'm dead right now, literally. I don't have like I had a better start than what's his name? I can't remember his name. The one who started in pole.
Salesman. Salesman.
Yeah, that's it. That's his name. I had a better start and like just took the risk and braked that a little bit later, and it just didn't pay off at all. I clipped a bit of too much curb, and just the back snapped in, and I couldn't catch it. Didn't catch it in time. So it was just
Yeah, you were about to catch it before the wall, but then Zero hit you a little bit, you spun completely, and somebody smashed your front wing off then afterwards. So
yeah.
very
Literally,
unfortunate crash.
My insides just melted. Literally, as soon as that happened, literally my brain just became fucked after that.
Yeah. How many tires were your, how many percent were your tires at the end? 33 laps all tires. How many percent they were?
My tires weren't actually that bad. They were on about 70% in the end. So they were actually really durable. They were actually really good. Like obviously not the start of the stint, because obviously it takes forever to warm up the tires, but they were actually really going pretty well towards the end of the race. They were actually really good.
Yep.
Yeah, it completely depends on the driver. For example, I can't even imagine using hards. In Brachial, no chance. I need to go with the mediums. If I need to go on the hards, I'd rather do 2-stop than even trying the hard. Because it's not possible for me, even though I'm racing without any tire pressures. No chance.
Yeah. Well, it was a bit. You don't race without tire pressure. How the fuck? Anyway, well, I was after the spin, I just didn't have any answers for myself. I only got myself to blame at the end of the day, and there were so many things I could have done so different this season. It just wasn't my season this season.
Yeah,
Well,
I was
to be
comparing.
honest,
I was comparing your stats, and there's like, if we made a statistic about your two driving, there was Jokke is going all time top 4, like very static line, but then you are going at the very bottom for a long time there at the top, and complete drop. So your season start and end was terrible, but the middle was amazing.
Yeah, the middle was the sweet spot. The middle is the like an win. But yeah, I don't have any answers now, to be honest. I've kind of chucked it away this season. But to be honest, it's been a fun season. I've enjoyed it.
And next season is coming in 5 weeks. So, or is it actually 5 weeks? No.
I hope lockdown's lifted. I want to go to the pub.
Yeah, it is 5 weeks. 5 weeks for the next season. So.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say, Jock, fucking brilliant job. But well done. You done
Thanks,
well, man.
bro.
No worries. Yeah, you deserved it this season. I mean, I just didn't have an answer for you, but fair play. Well done. GG, man.
And then
GG.
is PMP Mac in there? He's muted. Is PMP Mac online?
I'm coming back. Jack, your mic is muted.
Hello?
I'm in a
Hello!
party with him
Screaming
right
when
now.
he knows that his microphone is so low, he needs to scream.
There he is. There he is. Jack is here.
Hello?
There
Hello?
he is, man.
What happened to you, Jack? You crashed out. You touched a little bit and you crashed. What happened?
My staple went for a stupid move into turn 4 and he just whacked into beside me. He mounted the curb and he just whacked into beside me. So, racing incident in my opinion, but mainly his
Didn't
fault.
sound like it.
Yeah, it also looked like racing incident put my eye, but the contact was so small that I firstly thought that you just turned to the right and straight in the wall. But when I looked at the replay, I was like, oh no, it wasn't a racing incident, clearly. So,
He slammed his PS4 off as well.
just throw it away from the window, closest window. And throw it away and wait for PS5 coming in October, so maybe.
Jack, I was wondering why you left for a minute. But then obviously you told me you slammed the PS4 off.
Check will smash my PlayStation. Well, couldn't start
I'm chucking
accent.
my brain out the window a minute after this season. Fucking hell. I need a fucking new brain, man.
Just reset it with some, I'm not sure, can I say the word? Will this stream become
Alcohol.
co-18? Yeah, exactly. Not sure about the stream being co-18 now, but, well.
Alcohol's the answer for me. I need to get more hangover.
Yeah, I need to open the fridge.
Hangovers is what I need. I think hangovers is what I need. I think it works. I want to go back to attack.
Yeah. Maybe we are going to enter interview before it gets 18 age limit. So
Yeah, expect me to arrive in the interview with a drink, man.
yeah, expect Womble to arrive the paddock with a drink in his hand.
I'll be passed out head down on the desk, waiting for a question.
Oh no.
I'll be doing the face palmer like Julian Palm. That was a shit joke. I know. I'm sorry. So,
I was taking a shit.
so is that it? As the stream ended.
But yeah, hopefully. Well, I cannot say hopefully. Let's see, is the season over? And well, the decision comes out tomorrow. There's only 2.5 hours to apply as a steward. The link in the description. Only 2.5 hours to go before we shut it down and we make the decisions. Actually, we admins have made the decision already. But if there are new applications, we will relook at them. So, well, 2.5 hours to go, and a lot of decisions are made. And if there's a race, it is next week at the same time as it was today. But we will vote. If the vote says no, season summary will be released on tomorrow or on Tuesday. If it says yes, it will be after the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So, next week. And let's see what happens. But thanks for you all in advance, maybe, for the season. And I will make the vote once I get away from this all streaming stuff. And guys, please vote it as soon as possible so we can know the answer. And we will close the vote like 6 PM UK tomorrow or something. No, that's too late. That's too late. Maybe someday in the afternoon, but pretty close. So, thanks for the interviews for you all and for all the viewers in YouTube. And we will get you back next week, or if not next week, in 5 weeks in F1 2020. There will be a pre-season tests actually in only 3 or 4 weeks.
Pre-season. Oh fuck.
Yeah, in Hanoi and Netherlands. So
I hope I give him a new brain.
shit.
I hope I give him a new brain by then.
yeah, they might be back-to-back days, Saturday and Sunday, maybe, because we have no 2
I'm gonna-
weekends. So we might
Right, I'm
have a
gonna-
double stack weekend.
I'm gonna go to the shop.
For
I'm gonna go
fuck.
to the shop and get my emergency alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, they are practice sessions and they are hosted by admins. It means it's an official session, and you will get a penalty if you cause an incident. So, well,
Drink, drive in. Don't do it.
yeah, just get in touch with the track. Don't crash. Don't be too aggressive. But we will be back in Abu Dhabi or in Hanoi, because Hanoi will be the first track in the pre-season testing. So
New tracks. I can't wait.
it's Hanoi or Abu Dhabi in which we will be back next time here in VCS. Of course, the season summary comes out before the pre-season tests anyway. But we will see what happens. Thanks for the interviews, and I will shut the stream. And goodbye.
Hope you enjoyed the season.